greetings. Join us. We have Queen of the Mountain, or Queen of the Mountains over there. Queen of the Universe is behind me, Fritzy. Yeah, they fight over that spot. So greetings. Join us. So this would be UFO disclosure. Let me type that here. So yeah, Netflix has a put it in the posts of Netflix has a series out that's pretty decent. I'm surprised they're going into any of that stuff. I guess they're doing all that satanic. They're all doing those satanic TV shows, so they have to do some other things. so yeah, they're talking about the alien disclosure, and they just go through the history of MJ12. They talk about MJ12, I believe, went into the CIA, but it's still around though. Maybe it's called MJ13 or 14 or whatever the hell they're going to call it. But it's still there though. You have reptilians from Egypt. So just give a reptilian perspective of Egypt. You can actually go to other places too. Lebanon, things like that. Maybe not just a reptilian point of view, but we'll see how that goes. Continue with the holographic cities, holographic realms that is connected to our reality. Now, obviously, when you're connecting to metaphysical realities, a holographic reality here is not a far stretch. But for those that have a third dimensional mindset, that all they see is the physical, that's it. Good luck on selling this. It's just not going to work for them. Especially when this reality has been good to them. They got their nice haircut, they look fit well, they're hanging out with cult leaders and not even realizing it, which is funny. It is funny that some spiritual channels that are pretty decent are involved with cults and not always aware of it. I don't know if that's humorous. I guess you have to share the love, right? It's like they go and attack some people that they don't agree with, but they're not realizing they have cults. Like they do interviews that they're actually a lot of cults. They're not good either, but whatever. Whatever works, right? I guess they call it a spiritual awakening. I guess I'm having fully awakened, I guess. It's funny how clueless some can get. They feel like they're on top of it. We have it all figured out, sort of. And kind of missing the mark a little bit. But, whatever. Not here to judge, just noticing it, that's all. It's they put on a good show, let's put it that way. Yeah, some of their most brainwashed people are your cult leaders, cult followers. It's like, I guess some cult leaders aren't always realizing they're a cult leader. Actually, they probably do, but they definitely get a high off of controlling others, and it works really well. Obviously, it doesn't sell with everybody. I guess it's another awakening that has to occur eventually. Not sure how. I don't think it's my job. I don't think it is, as far as I know. And an Ursa Minor Constellation, which is connected to a Polaris. So Ursa Minor, I've connected them in the past. I'm getting a different energy from them. Normally, yes, this all came out of nowhere, connecting to Ursa Minor, so that's good. So they're talking. So a lot of them don't talk. What for? They don't always have to talk. So alien disclosure will see where that goes. The background is still up because I have new technology to keep the background up. Velcro. was going to try glue or staple gun. So yeah, they tried to tear it down. No luck yet. So yeah, only took a couple months to figure that one out. It's just nice to have something back there. If I have things popping out of my head like that. I'm trying to find a different background, but so far I haven't found anything. So not at that size, at least. Get a big picture of Fritzy and put her in the background. So anyway. Okay, let's see. Go into a little bit of updates. I'm Total.com at private sessions. We have a scheduler. We have shop here. I think I'm on the 3rd of November, 4th, 3rd, 4th, something like that. We have some add-ons here. I'm going to add on a couple more, little by little, when I get around to it, just to do something a little bit different than usually. I have a couple surprises coming, maybe. Yeah, so I have a listing. Yeah, I can. Here you can post your listing. It does go to. I think it goes to the site. Yeah, it's cool. That's how you do it. That's definitely how you do it. I thought about other ways of putting information out, but this is all a start. Is all just trying things out. We also have a webinar sign up for social network behind the scenes. Yeah. So alien disclosure. When that happens is another story. I keep feeling the year 3000, but don't go by that, please. Maybe it's year 4000. But anyway, who knows? It all depends on how. I mean, Netflix is doing a documentary, which is great. It's pretty. I mean, I think some of it's old. Obviously, we have old information, but it is kind of surprising some of the things they're talking about. And it's Netflix, the ones that made it. So, yeah, so it's interesting. Okay, we're going to. I feel like the Zetas want to go into some of this. For disclosure, and then we go to the Reptilians. So this might be a little bit of a long haul, possibly. So here we go. All right, blessings. Here we go. Greetings to you. We are the Zetas. Yes, we are not here to talk too much. We are not here to separate you from yourself. Well, not to distract you with our energies. That's why we step back. You're here to figure things out for yourselves. Yes, we can assist to a certain degree. But it's recognizing your power, not to give it to us. You have the power to unlock mysteries, realities, your own history. Eventually, it takes time to unlock oneself. It's not meant to be easy. It's not. It's that you are happy with your own energy, your own play. Of course, some do get happy and get complacent and not grow. And there's nothing wrong with having the edge of wanting to go further into yourself, because you can turn. Yes, might be a stretch for some, into a crystal being. Well, meaning that you have an energy of keeping negativity off your field, where you become stronger, not necessarily than others. Well, become stronger where you can handle the energy of other people. The strongest vibration here is the belief system. It's not just fear. It's just a belief system of limitation. I believe you've heard that before. It's a belief system of this is all there is, when many of you know there's much more. So you're trying to crack open realities, and you are doing it, but then it kind of becomes energy draining because others are not interested in it. So you can't share it with others. But yes, the power of the mind, as many of you know, is opening up to other realms and realities. Yes, you can go to 10,000, even a million realities at once. Of course, that's a little bit heavy for a human experience, just handling this one reality or two or three. So you all live in different route timelines. They do combine, but you're still on your own individual timeline. I mean, you combine meaning that you're going in the same direction. Well, some of you are. But for disclosure, some of you can connect to our ancient artifacts, some of our ships that are still hidden on your Earth, that was hidden on purpose. Your government has not found everything, and they won't. Yes, the government plays it. Well, the idea for government, it has a positive and a negative to it. It is to give you an idea of what's here. It's like when humanity is ready, they will reveal, some of them will. It's just to give you hope, even if you feel like hopeless. It's just to give you a hint of what's going on here and hint what's going on in the universe. Because this world cannot handle the universe's vibration in a higher form. It's too fast. There's too much going on at once. I mean, if you're going interdimensional all the time, this world is like, you know, if you can get to the grocery store, that's enough. Or get to work, that's enough. If you get to work and open up a pair of reality, yes, and go fight ninjas all day. I know it sounds funny. And then you go back to your work where you're back to the mundane. Part of even the Matrix movie gave you an idea of speed, of a lot happening at once. And your world can only handle so much of it, as you probably know. So, for disclosure, yes, it can happen for yourself and your own frequency, basically, as you're always opening up layers within yourselves, and you'll just see more over time. Blessings from the Zetas. Greetings. This is Novak. Greetings to you. The Egyptian realms, the Egyptian spells that are on your planet. Yes, hiding in plain sight, but still part of much of your secret societies. The Druids have a lot of Egyptian frequency also. They might not be full Egyptian, but they know of the power of the snake. The power of the snake is basically seduction. So it goes into relationships. So how can you dominate a relationship? Of course, many have. Even Hollywood dominates relationships, even to make people even feel intimidated because the guy always gets the girl always gets the guy, or some kind of build up there, as you know. And that's, we'll let you diagnose that one. More manipulation, basically. There are realities where that does work. But your world, it doesn't always have to mean you have to meet the right person or anything like that. If you meet yourself, that's a little bit more important, actually. You can meet the right person, but first you got to find you first. It helps. Of course, many do get in relationships and have no clue of who they are. That is the poster of your reality, basically. The theme of your world. I don't know myself, but who cares? As long as I have a job and I have a place to live, I somehow know myself, when truth not. Hell no. And as you can see, that's the Egyptian way of keeping you from your own secrets. You might have secrets about yourself that you don't know about. Obviously, you do. And it goes very deep. Obviously, there's made rituals and pretty much everything in pop culture, or even just your reality. Of course, your governments do rituals on a daily basis. It's sometimes even how they look into a camera. It's just anytime they're signing something, that's a ritual also. It's not the same ritual you've had before. Of course, when you have a government person signing off for war, that's a ritual. It's kind of a sacrifice. It is a sacrifice, but it's not what you're used to. What you're used to is jeez, we're not going to go into that. The Egyptian frequency is yes, or behind closed doors, and always continue to do so. The reason we bring up your government is because much of your Egyptian energy is there, but Caucasian. There's nothing like taking an Egyptian Arabic manipulation and going Caucasian. Same with the Romans, same with the Greeks, because they did infiltrate the Greeks also. Well, the Egyptians on a spiritual level were known to hijack realities. They learned a lot of that from the Babylonians also, but do it in secret. So this is another reason why the white guy is always the bad guy. Well, it's kind of showing symbolism of how they manipulate realities. Well, it's just that has to do with the Palladian Nordic beings too. It's because they're some of the negative ones obviously are just stuck on racism. Well, those that are manipulating your reality, what gender, what race are they in your reality? It gives you kind of an idea sometimes, because a lot of Arabic energies are connected to, like your Saudis or a Egyptian, Arabic, Greek. Some of them are even Jewish. You're not going to hear them say that. Yeah, a lot of your Saudis, your king, your royalty, some are Jewish. They were not going to tell you that though. They're going to scratch that one off their birth certificate. Minor detail. But a lot of the Syrian energy shows domination. Egyptian energy shows domination, which also goes back to your Orions. The Orions basically can hijack realities and hide themselves. A lot of the Orion beings are manipulating your reality are wizard type of people. They're reptilian, but they're not your typical reptilians. They're more hierarchy. I mean, they don't like getting their hands dirty. Some are bird beings. Some even are feline, half reptilian. That's another reason why you see felines in the Egypt energy. You realize Egypt, they could clear a lot of that stuff. Meaning, there's a lot of stuff that's been lost. Meaning that there is feline knowledge there, but not as much as there used to be. The feline reptilian was actually pretty prominent back then. Yeah, a hybrid being from hell, you can say. There are positive ones, but there are also ones that are far from it. A lot of the feline energies there went to the Catholic Church to manipulate it once again in secret. A lot of the feline energies of manipulation went to the walls of the cathedrals, hidden behind the saints and religion. They had to hide themselves in different ways. So unlocking that is not the easiest thing. And of course, they also use the dragon against people too. Well, the dragon has been represented, meaning the dragon can show up at any time. Obviously, humans are under this control. When you unlock the control, your dragons can appear. So in the skies, and it'll be turned into like an Agarthian planet. I think you have some idea of it. So in your spiritual, we'll call it conquest. We'll just use that word because it's just you're doing some of you are doing your own rituals of awakening. Just undoing the spells for what is hidden to be seen. For people to shapeshift from human to reptilian, but on broadcast news where they can't hide it. And the TV is not going to get all messed up. It's like, well, did that really happen? Especially when the eyes shift. At least you get the eyes to shift, eventually the face will shift. That's what many of you are here for. Maybe not all. Some are here to do the opposite, here to shut it down. But maybe you're here to unlock reality. So TV, say what you want about the news and how manipulated it is. You might watch broadcast TV and see somebody shapeshift to a lizard being, and they can't always stop it. Yeah, not always. Just like your whole health scare that's going on, something's just slipped through. That's all we have at this moment. The Egypt's energy, is the shape of an egg. The egg is also a symbolism of Egypt. Of course, it's a symbolism for the universe too, but also Egypt, because Egypt kind of has a hold over your planet. Now, you can look at it from all different points of view. You can say Babylon does it and all that, but the Egyptian spells, manipulations, obviously. Of course, there's a lot of good in Egypt, of course, but it is a place of magic. Blessings. Greetings to you. I am Mother Earth. Blessings to you. Gaia, frequency. Your holographic realms, cities. Think of it as you're seeing one part of your universe from your perspective of the Earth. And of course, there's much more. Some are seeing the flat Earth because that's where they find the most happiness. Some of you might disagree with that. But you flat Earth people, a lot of those realities, they found peace. And they're trying to bring that peace here. And of course, they're rebellious. Just the way it is. Rebellious against your round Earth. But there are flat Earth energies connected to your planet as it is. You look out to the sea, you feel like it comes to an end. Because there is some dimensions to that. That shows how your world is multi-dimensional. So it shows you are connected to a flat Earth reality, after all. And it is part of your landscape of your realm. But it also shows you're connected to other places. You have Paris, France, Paris, China, other, every continent is connected to another version of Earth. It's like when you fly to a place, you're actually going into another realm altogether. As some of you have noticed, it's like you're going to another world. Technically, you are. So you have a world within a world, and all these different worlds are stacked into each other. Holographic realms, people, they live in those other places. Some of them in your realm are not really real, meaning that some of them are actually living in another society. They're not always aware of what's happening here. It's another reason why they find so much joy here, because in their mind, they're somewhere else. I can see a projection of them, but that's not really them. It's projection of their energy, but do they really see this world? Have you connected to people that don't really see reality completely? It's like a version of it, and that's all they see. So it shows you, it's a holographic person. Some of you might have family members that are connected to that. They can have souls, yes, but it's like their fabric of them is brought here. Yes, it sounds a little strange, especially if you have a parent energy and they're not real, but you came through them, born through them. Let's put it this way. Their frequency was here enough for you to be born through them, and then they go back into their realm. Many don't realize what kind of, you've noticed people that don't really see the world for what it is. They see what they want to see. A lot of them, not all, are holographic people. They might have sisters, brothers that are connected to those realms, and it gets a little strange. It's like they're living on another planet because they are. And doesn't mean when you start to notice this more clearly that your population will go down to very few. It just shows once again how multidimensional your reality truly is. Just as you connect more to that mindset and understand it more, and it becomes more, it starts to make more sense. You see it more. Now you can say there are realms where, yes, it's computerized and all that. Well, for some people, they feel the computer, they feel the machine working here, but it still comes back in here as an organic, as you are. But some might disagree with that because they see it so much differently. There's nothing wrong with that. So you see how a computer, like a video game, is made. It doesn't mean, is your world made all that much different? Maybe not exactly. No. But that feels like a whole nother world. The video games nowadays are so real. And you're kind of living in something similar to that. It's a lot more advanced though. And it's just becoming more of what's real, what is real to you, what matters. But you can also see what you won't feel is all that real. Is it all that important to you? What's important to you? Because what's important to you is very real. But once again, family members might seem like they're projections of other realities. So they do have a soul, but their soul energy is not that strong here. Let's put it that way. They're here for a specific reason, and that's all. We're just putting that out there as how you explain all this. Well, we can't always explain all of it. But you have to experience it in some form. You have to put in your mind that these places do exist. Or all of it exists. It's just, yes, complicated, you can say. It's simple but complicated. Greetings to you. I am from Ursa Minor. I am, yes, humanoid like you. My name is not important. We are like Palladian beings. Not exactly. Some of us are actually taller. We do connect to your tall whites, and we are on your planet, but not often. We are connected to the star system, or we call it the star system of Polaris, or the Polaris star. So we're here for growth, for soul growth. So yes, our energies are here. We just don't make ourselves known. Let's say that we see the problems of the world and find the ways to fix it, but we can't always interfere. So we work through you. So it's like some of you are like surgeons, like energy surgeons, here to repair the black hole of your reality or the black hole of other people's realities, here to heal others, but also unite into a higher frequency level. Because everyone's at such a different energy level, which is fine because that makes it more complicated. It's like, think of like humans in like a garden. Everyone's growing differently. Everyone looks differently. Some have, you know, are cactus energies. Some are beautiful flowers, but then can be also toxic at the same time. So it's a little bit more. Reason what we're here is that some of you can start seeing people as energy. Instead of seeing a human, you see the energy of pink. You might see the human, but you see a pink aura, a yellow aura, a purple aura, wherever it might be. You see the energy signatures of them. So there's so many people that are just not believing in all of this. Obviously, their chakras are mostly shut down. Now, yes, there are projected beings here. Well, also a soul has a choice to become a projection here, a holographic being. I mean, they incarnate here as human, but they can also let go. It's like they're an idea. They're kind of here, but not really here. But they don't want to leave either. So they're just kind of like some are like a hollow shell. And some of you are here to deal with, either to help those souls either find their purpose or to leave or whatever it might be. But yes, you're all in, you can say, a type of a maze of your existence. Like, what are you here for? Yes, you feel like everyone's, I believe some of you feel like there's a lot of energies that does not want you here because it wants to keep the world, yes, in chaotic, a black abyss. And it enjoys it, the consciousness here. Well, it's like, if you're going to be here, can you find your way out? And many of you will. Maybe not everyone. Well, some give up. Some give up to poverty or luxury. Some just give up. They get lazy. Yeah, yes, walls can also bring laziness. Some of you probably know that. And that's the idea. Besides why some of you stay impoverished to keep that energy flowing. Doesn't mean you need to be poor, but it's just to keep that drive going. To keep, and some just gave up and just make me rich, and I'll just coast through it. Some don't want to see how the world really is, as you can see. But that's not your battle. Your battle here is to just make your own life with meaning, fill it with meaning. Yes, and you might find the meaning, but the meaning doesn't have the best definition to it. It's like some of your meanings in life are war or battling the consciousness here. And yes, there's government agencies. Some of you are battling. Some of you are actually battling nature. There are good parts of nature. There's also a dark part of nature. Is this here to make the world a better place? It's that simple, but there's more to it than that. So some of you also have a frequency. Some of you even hide your energy. Like what others can't see or others can't contact you, you actually cloak yourselves at times. Others cloak themselves too. And that'll become more known eventually. It's like sometimes you feel like you go somewhere and nobody sees you. Well, sometimes there's a purpose of that. Do you need to be seen? You just want to go in, do what you need to do, and leave. Yes, you had an event in your Houston. Do you want to be affected by that? Or are you there as an observer instead? And others get affected by it because they're part of that timeline, or the energies got hijacked to pull them into that timeline. And if certain events occur, and you can get hijacked. Most of you won't be, but some will. They call it living life, and that's what they need to live. So many of you are coming here. You might find a dream of death, yes, because many of you are being reborn. So a lot of this spiritual growth is rebirth on a major level, where the third dimension level is not as negative as it used to be. And that's another reason why you're here, to just make your energy. If you don't feel like you're improving your reality, you probably are. If you feel the pain, but you'd be surprised, with pain comes positivity around you. Well, some of you are drilling into the energy of the earth. Some of you are going deep. And it's not always the easiest place to go, as you know. Deep into the consciousness, deep into other people's problems, whatever it might be. You're going there to shift the frequency, even save a lot of souls, actually. They might not be aware of it, but some of you are here as angelic energies to actually save their souls from being trapped here in this computer program, as some might call it. Some are here to actually delete their existence here. I mean, they disconnect from their family for a reason, because they're bringing a new family energy. It's like, you don't need to say, why am I not talking to my family members, my sister, aunt, whatever you're not talking to? Because you're actually bringing in a new timeline for a whole different family set, if you even want to have a family here. But you're changing the frequency of your family's vibration, which is very important, especially if it's very extremely toxic. Normally, if you're changing the family's energy, normally that's why you would be doing it. Or you're just improving it. Just, you might enjoy it already. You're just an upgrade to your family's frequency level. Obviously, others do a downgrade, but that's part of their lessons, of course. So send you energies from our realm to yours.